Hello, collective. Hope you're doing well. I'm back to do another reading. I just got some ash all over this. Back to do another reading for you guys. Let's cleanse the space. Spirit of my highest white light, please cleanse the space for myself and the collective. I rebuke any low vibrational beings and negative forces sent to myself or the collective. Any negative energy, hexes, and curses sent to myself or the collective will be returned to sender and transmuted into peace, power, love, and prosperity. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for your protection. Okay, let's get started. Hope you're doing well. Please keep in mind that time and gender are fluid in tarot. So I could be talking about he, but I'm referring to she, or could be referring. I could be saying she, but I'm referring to he. So please switch the roles as you see fit. It depends on what energy that the person that is in this reading is sitting in. So whoever it is to you, just please switch the roles as you see fit. Okay, in time, I could be talking about past, present, or future. So please just switch them as you see fit in the story. And please keep in mind also that these are general collective readings, so I am picking up on collective energy. If you want something a little bit more personal, please feel free to book a reading. And the link is in my bio. Okay? All right, let's get started. What does the collective need to know today, Spirit? What does the collective need to be aware of, Spirit? My highest white light. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So we have little owl and wisdom as light as a feather. Okay. So I'm talking to a light worker. Give me 1 second. This is... Sorry, collective. I'm trying to change the music. It's just, sometimes it gets a little too loud and too... Okay. Need something a little bit better. A little bit. Okay. So we have little Ellen, wisdom as light as a feather. I feel like this is somebody in the collective. I feel like this is a light worker, a healer. You are a starseed. You have a lot of wisdom. The mermaid and the turtle, the elder will teach you. There's somebody here. There's an elder that either you will learn from or they will learn from you. And sacred beetle armor, you have a mighty shield. Do you have a mighty shield of protection around you right now, collective? So don't worry, because you are being protected at this time. You could be having Archangel Michael protect you. And we have a time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. Okay, so something's about to end for now. It looks like there's a cycle going to be closed, possibly. It's what I picked up in my mind's eye, that a cycle could be closing out with somebody. You may have done a cord-cutting ritual, or just you wanted to be away from a certain people, and that is getting ready to take place. That's happening. It's time to say goodbye. And that's what I'm picking up. But I mean, we have to get into the reading more to figure out what's going on. Quetzalcoatl, the priestess of time. The time has come. The time is to act now. You're being asked. This is your time, okay? I am talking to a high priestess. And this is your time to act. This is your time to be seen and heard, okay? Let's get more into this. I'm going to do tarot today since just to get something a little bit more in depth. When I set this up, I didn't set it up to where I needed to pull these further back. Okay, let's get more into this. Okay. All right, so it looks like you've got protection. There's a cycle closing out. There's a lesson that was learned here some kind of lesson. And I feel like, collective, since this is you starting and the wisdom is light as a feather, I feel like this is you. Could be wrong. But yeah, I'm heavy feeling that could be you. You taught, looks like you taught someone a lesson, and it looks like an elder. You may have taught quite a few elders a lesson, and vice versa, right? You learn too. So let's figure out. Spirit of my highest white light, messages for my collective, starting with little Owlin. Wisdom as light as a feather. Who is this little Owlin spirit? Little Owlin, wisdom as light as a feather. There's an emperor here. So it looks like there's a father figure here. Or you could be an emperor energy. Let's see. Spirit of my highest white light. Who is this Owlin as light as a feather? What is the collective? What is this? This is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. I picked it up before we started getting the cards out. But this is a father figure with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is very materialistic. They are very dull. They're preoccupied with, they seem very earthly, like money, shiny things, how to get ahead in life, one who mismanages money, someone who will do anything for money. Yeah, that's a narcissist. Okay. So you're dealing with a father figure right now that is very materialistic, okay? Very preoccupied. Main focus is money. It looks like they'll do anything for money. Spirit, can you clarify? All right, I didn't know if that was going to pop out. Okay, somebody's, this father figure who is very materialistic, mismanages money and only will do anything for money. That right there, that is somebody very rooted in the 3D. That sounds to me like a narcissist. With the Hermit in the reverse, this person, it's a father figure. They're feeling loneliness, paranoia, isolation. With the Hermit in the reverse, they're withdrawn, antisocial. They're paralyzed by fear. Something scared this person, and it could be, your wisdom. Okay. All right, it looks like, well, this is just what I got, the download. There's something you're speaking about, okay, and it's very wise, and this has this person very paralyzed by fear. They could be feeling small right now because this could be somebody that, a father figure that came up against you that actually worked with your enemies to take you down, okay? This looks like this father figure has a demonic attachment or is a demon. I'm not gonna apologize for demonizing narcissist. I used to apologize. I don't anymore, and I'm gonna say why. By apologizing, I am not allowing myself to speak the truth, which narcissists for me are demons, okay? And I'm not trying to demonize them. I'm just speaking truth from my experience, and from my experience, that's what they are. So I'm just going to be honest, okay? I'm going to speak and say, demons or narcissists. I'm not tiptoeing around or walking on glass to not demonize anybody. Truth is truth, right? You're not going to go around spreading false information, but this is truth. This is my truth. And so on this channel, this is where I'm going to speak truth. And so just not apologizing for that anymore. Anyway, this person, it seems that he is a narcissist, just because there's people who are, I believe that flying monkeys have a chance to come back from whatever they did. Some of them may be narcissists, some of them may not be, and some of them may be very low vibrational, right? This person right here, I feel like this person's a narcissist. It's not a low vibrational being. This is a full-blown, you're dealing with a demon, okay? Just because of what's coming up here. This person is paralyzed by fear, and it looks like what you're speaking is paralyzing this person by fear. It seems like there's something that you said that has this person feeling lonely and isolation, and it could be your truth. It could be you're sharing your story. This is the Four of Wands in the reverse. This is an unhappy. This left this person your wisdom something you could be speaking about or sharing or doing. It left this person with an unhappy family, and there have been canceled reunions. So if there was supposed to be in a reunion, that's not taking place. And somebody could be leaving home. It could be family members that are walking away from this person. With backstabbing, yeah, this person's in the Ten of Swords energy. They're feeling defeated. They feel like this is an ending. They're hitting rock bottom. They feel like they've been backstabbed and they've been betrayed by their enemies. They're very bitter. They're bitching, bad-mouthing, failure, ruin. This person is hitting a dead end, and this is the nail in the coffin for this person. This is the absolute defeat. This is rock bottom. This is the worst. This is the worst emotional point you can be in, is the Ten of Swords. It's an ending to this whole experience, kind of everything. Spirit, anything? Okay, we have. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. It looks like this father figure is going to make a break for it. But this father figure is filled with deceit, lies, and trickery. This person is cheating. This person could have stolen something. They're in risky and dangerous behavior. They're spying, lack of confidence. Yeah, there's this person's spying on you. This person has a lot of lack of confidence. Anything else, Spirit, for this column? Yeah, it's your wisdom that is putting the nail in the coffin for this person. It's your truth and your oh, this fell out like this. Okay. Yeah, so this came out sideways, but kind of like this. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a greed, being underpaid, lack of inspiration. This person is very greedy. Yeah, they're very, very much. This is the Moon. This is deceit. Or this is this person's in their feelings, but this person's very dishonest, okay? And they're being run by greed, lack of inspiration, someone who's too hasty with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a definite uninspired person. This person makes a lot of mistakes, okay? And they are with the Five of Wands in the reverse. This person wants to come to a compromise with you and end the conflict. That's fine. You don't, there's nothing to end because you never started anything. Right? You never did anything, right? These people attacked you. So the only thing to end here is what they're doing, right? Because you're not doing anything to these people. And this person wants to come and manipulate you, talk your ear off to convince you, just manipulation tactics again. So please be warned. I feel like this person wants to come and compromise with you. There is no compromising with the narcissist. There is never a compromising. They don't compromise. They're full of deceit and lies. They don't compromise. What they do is they plan behind the scenes to gain control over you. So, do what you want, but at the same time, just keep in mind this person is filled with trickery and deceit. There will be no compromise. What is there to compromise? You did nothing. These people did it, right? So they need to compromise within themselves, it looks like. So that's what needs to be done. The mermaid and the turtle. An elder will teach you. Spirit, can we get more on an elder will teach you? This one we need a little bit more clarification on. With rest. You're being asked to rest at this time. Or somebody could be in the Four of Swords. No, this is mental overload. You could need relaxation. You could be in mental overload as well. Okay? You're being asked to regroup and rest and heal. Could be planning for the future. This person's sitting in fear. That's what it is. This person tried to teach you a lesson. And now they're sitting in fear. Yeah, because you knew their plans. You saw their plans the whole time with the High Priestess here. You saw them the whole time. You saw them from the beginning with their little deceptiveness and their little games and their little circus. You saw it, right? You seen it, and you decided this isn't. You walked away. Yeah. They wanted to teach you a lesson, but you saw what they were doing. You're like, I didn't do anything. What are you trying to teach me? And it looks like you hurt somebody's ego. And usually when you hurt somebody's ego, you can just hurt somebody's ego by existing because of how you live your life compared to how they live theirs. They take that as an offense and they want to attack you. You didn't do anything. It's just that you're living life better than they are, and they have a God complex, right? So they believe they're above everybody. This person's father figure believed you were very much beneath them, and they were very much above you. It's very arrogant. This person was very arrogant, like nose high, 200 feet up in the air, and everybody else is shit, but I'm everything, you know? Oh, God, that's disgusting. Anyway, that's the kind of energy these people were in. You didn't find that too attractive. I don't think you liked it at all. I think it made you sick. Yeah, I think it made you sick. And that's what you did. Their arrogance and how high and mighty they felt about themselves made you, repulsed you. It repulsed you so much that you didn't want to have anything to do with these people, okay? Just, you saw them. You saw the whole thing. You saw their deceit, their lies, their trickery, their, just the whole narcissistic, it was probably, that's what it was, a narcissistic system, a family system dynamic. That's what it was. And you abandoned things and walked away. And because of that, you walked away because they repulsed you, okay? These people repulsed you beyond measure. I think these people still repulse you because I'm repulsed right now, just by thinking about it. So, but that could be your situation as well. These people, because you walked away from this person took it as a I don't know, this person seems to not deal with rejection very well. And that's typical for narcissists. They lose their mind when you reject them. They will come after you. They will come after you to take you out. They will plan to take you out, or what they do is, this is what they start with. They start throwing obstacles to ruin your life in your path, right? And if you make it out of those obstacles, they go to the next part, which is they try to plan to take you out, okay? Because nothing will shut you up. That's nice. Isn't that so angelic? It's demonic as shit, but yeah, you walked away and abandoned the situation. And this Knight of Cups in the reverse, it's unrequited love. Yeah, illusion, escapism. This person could be telling lies about what happened. I'm getting this person creating an illusion about what happened when you walked away. And the reason they created this illusion is because they have a poor sense of identity. They have poor personal boundaries, and their ego couldn't take it. Their ego couldn't take you walking away. Isn't that nice? So they instead, when you walked away, they decided, okay, let's destroy their life. That's not a normal person. Not an everyday person gets rejected and goes, let me go destroy them. No, a normal person would go on and move on with their life, create something, I don't know, build something of themselves, take that pain and turn it into power, okay? It's called alchemy. You alchemize your pain and turn it into power. Forget whoever taught you. That was a lesson. That's a lesson. You know, when you have a lesson you have to learn, you learn your lesson. You learn your lesson and you keep it moving. So you can grow from that, right? Yeah, not this person. This person takes it as a slight. You walked away. I gotta go take you out now. I gotta murder you now. You don't walk away from this. Yeah, you do. Yeah, I can do anything. I have my own. Narcissists believe they own people. Okay, no, and I have my own. The problem is this. It looks like, yeah, that's what it is. This father figure right here. They want dominance over you. They want to establish dominance over you, and they can't. And that's why this person spread lies, because they couldn't establish dominance over you. So they wanted to spread lies and isolate you. It's the same MO every narcissist uses. They spread lies about you to isolate you out, so no one talks to you. Okay? They spread lies, but they're about themselves. So they demonize you by spreading false narratives about you, but what they're spreading is actually about themselves. That's the truth. So it looks like this father figure didn't like the stance that you took, or it hurt their ego, so they wanted to spread lies about you to ruin your life. Isn't that nice? So sweet, isn't it? This is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. This person's very arrogant, just like I said right here. Arrogant, reckless, hyperactive daredevil, overly confident, loud show-off who promises much but does not deliver. Full of shit. So I got Leo here. I've got Scorpio. And I've got Gemini here. Okay, this person... And I got heavy, fire, and earth. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I think I have Cancer here too. There's Cancer here. Yeah, this person is very arrogant, okay? Oh my God. I think so arrogant it makes you sick to your stomach to sit there and have to talk to this person. I don't think you like even talking to these people because of the arrogance, of the level of arrogance these people have. The way they're so haughty, it's like, ew. It's just, oh my God, it's actually quite gross. It's quite disgusting. Yeah, and that's what happened. This person is so arrogant, like kind of like I picked up the nobody walks away from me. I am the best of the best type of attitude, right? Yeah, okay, buddy. You're not the only person in this world. And I think this person, it's almost like the Knight of Wands in the reverse, okay? The Knight of Wands in the reverse believes that their wand, their schlong, is the best thing since sliced bread. It can do anything, and it can make you, it could hypnotize women, okay? That's fine. If you have the best schlong in the world, that's great. That's not what life is about, though. There's other things that matter more than someone's wand, okay? And these narcissistic men, usually the ones who are very, very arrogant, the ones who are really bad, narcissistic men are always like this. So they think that they can just sweet talk you or use their wand to wrap you back in and hypnotize you and control you. And they'll always have you because of their wand. Like, that's the only thing. When there's what about mental compatibility? What about all the other stuff that actually matters instead of the fucking wands? The wand actually comes last, to be honest. Idiot. Sorry, this person is very, 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 this person's a whore. A hora. This person's a hora. So this person gives their wand to everybody because they think it strokes their ego. It makes them feel like they have like everything, like they're like high and mighty and, oh, everybody loves my schlong, so everybody loves me. When in fact, the only people who you can do that to are other low vibrational Jezebels. So in fact, the only people that you can dominate with your wand are very low vibrational women. Jezebels just like you. So the only people they can do that is with trash, the same level as they are. So this is the thing. They cannot get high vibrational women. If a divine being, this will automatically repulse a divine being. Okay? If they're out there giving their wand to everyone, that repulses you to no end. Any divine being will be repulsed by that. That's disgusting. Why would a woman want a man who can't control himself and has to give his wand to everybody? I don't want a used spoon that 5,000 other people in the world has used. Why? I don't want that. There's nothing divine about that. That's gross. That's trash. That's a horror. I just, not that they're, I wouldn't want it for me, right? Maybe people want it for other people, instances and situations like, the low vibration. Not that I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm better than, but my standards are. I'm just gonna say right there, my standards will not accept a low vibrational man who gives his wand to everybody, right? And so this person thought that, oh, this person will always come back because my wand is so special, or the way I manipulate, or the way that I talk, and my looks, and anything superficial, right? All the stuff that doesn't matter. That's what this person had in mind until you showed up in temperance. You're peaced, you're in balance, you're moderate, you're inner calm, you're tranquil and harmonious. Okay, I have Sagittarius. Heavy fire in this reading. So heavy Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I also have heavy earth. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn here in Cancer. So with this one, you show up in temperance energy. Good for you, collective. That's the divine feminine energy. And this kind of stuff, the arrogance, the wand, the thinking they're like this God's gift when they're actually just diabolical and demonic and gross. You wouldn't touch this person with a 100-foot pole, right? You don't want this. This is gross. This person has been around, has been with everybody. Like, that makes you want to puke, especially the manipulation and the charm and the whole, the arrogance. Oh my gosh, let me puke in my mouth, okay? I can't. I have to walk away from people like that because it's just, or I just nod and smile until I can walk away. Or just, sometimes I don't even, sometimes I just nod, just like looking at them in disbelief, just like, okay, all right, buddy, and they're just like, they believe they're God's gift, and what, you you can only do so much. You can't work with people like that, right? So you just let them go and be with low vibrational women. Who cares? Go spread it worldwide. Go international if you like, but don't come close to me and don't ever touch me, right? You're in temperance energy. You're balanced. You're peaceful. You're actually very generous. You're very much community based. So you're providing support to the community. Okay, you give with the Six of Pentacles. You give to the community, and you're filled with gratitude. Okay, that's very opposite energy from this person. Okay, from this whore. I need to do it another. I need to use another word, but it is truth. I mean, a whore is a whore, but. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find another. I don't know. It is what it is. I can't call a duck, and then I can't get a duck and then call it an ostrich, right? Sacrifice sacred beetle armor. You have a mighty shield of protection to you. You have people protecting you right now. That are looking out for you. Yeah, because you've been holding on to this. You've been holding on to a burden. You could be overburdened, overloaded with responsibilities. Or weight, duty, grudges, saddled, restricted, burn. You could be in burnout or with too much responsibility, or because you're so protected, this ricocheted and bounced back to your enemies, the people, to this father figure. This father figure looks like they're overburdened, overloaded. They're very stressed out. With the Page of Cups in the reverse, this person has a lot of childhood issues. You could have childhood issues, but it looks like this person could have had S abuse, so S-A, S-E-X, assault as a child. This person's very broken. Very broken. With the Page of Cups in the reverse, this is a broken child. Very childlike. This father figure could be very childlike. It's almost like they got stunted when they were a child from the abuse they experienced. It is sad, but it doesn't excuse your behavior to be an asshole, right? This flipped over. Yeah, this person was very careless and foolish with your energy, okay? And it doesn't make what they did okay. Like, this person, it is sad, right? But you had experienced a shit ton of trauma, right? You turned up, and look at you. You're not terrorizing other people. You're not over here putting obstacles in people's paths because you got rejected. No, you moved on. You moved on with your life. You used that pain and you alchemized it and turned your pain into power. Okay? That's what you did. And with the Fool, this person was very foolish and careless. This person took your rejection and wanted to hurt you. Okay? Because you hurt their ego. You hurt this person's ego. And, yeah, this person was very foolish and careless. They didn't give you a commitment. No, it looks like they were trying to commit to other people. They wanted approval from others. They wanted to be seen as better than. That's pretty foolish. Spirit, can you clarify Fool, please? Thank you. This is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is bad business. Financial management, not finishing what you started. Oh, this person made an investment. Wow. This person made an investment with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is this person, it looks like this father figure was very foolish. Yeah, they were very careless. They wanted an ideal situation, and so they tried to create it. And this person made a bad financial decision. Yeah, they made a bad they started something they couldn't finish. Yeah. Because they wanted to, that's what it was. They wanted to force the outcome. They wanted to create the narrative of the outcome. And so it stopped being authentic the second you walked away. Yeah, you walked away because they weren't being authentic, right? Because they were sharing their, or it could have been too, if it's not a father figure, it could be a father that is an ex, that is a father or has kids. It looks like this person, they didn't commit. They actually treated you like a joke. Yeah, you were very far beneath this person in their eyes, right? They saw you as a piece of shit on the bottom of their shoe, and they treated you as such too. They could have cheated on you, and you were just like, you knew your worth, right? And you were just like, or they could have just played mind games with you, and you were like, oh, fuck this. No, this is not for me. You left and walked away. Yeah, you walked away. And now this person is sitting in ruminating about the bad business financial decisions or the decisions that they made. But I say that because they're in a tower now. See how people are everyone's jumping out of the building. It's on fire. It's getting hit by lightning. It's storming. It's raining. It's on fire. It's chaos, destruction, sudden upheaval, unexpected change and disaster, loss, tragedy, and revelations, confusion, bankruptcy. It is, this person's going to just keep spiraling down. Yeah, this is it's karmic retribution. This is their karma. But what stands out to me is this is a necessary breakdown to rebuild on stronger ground. So, collective, I believe this is for you. This is so that the foundation breaks down so that you can rebuild something that will last, something that's very strong, something authentic, right? Not full of deceit, thief, lies and cheating and shit, fuckery, circus shit. Yeah, you don't deal with that. You deal with adults, right? People who are mature and grown and are very loyal. That's what you have now. You could be in a very loyal relationship, in a really beautiful, divinely guided relationship. And this is putting also these people in a tower because of the way compared to the way this person treats you, compared to the way you were treated before, this person sees you for who you are. The person you're with now, the people in the past, they didn't give two shits about you. I'm just going to be honest. They cared about themselves and that's what it is. These people in the past cared about status. Okay, they cared about status and how they would look to the pub, to just how they would look, how people would see them if you were standing next to them. Okay, and now that backfired because you were nothing like what they thought you were. So because they probably they judged you, they labeled you, they put you in a box, right? It's usually what narcissists do. They put you in a box. What can you do for me? Well, oh, since you don't have anything now, you can't do anything for me. So you can't help me because I would have to sacrifice for you. And if I have to sacrifice for you, it's not going to work. So that's what it was. You didn't have much at the time, or probably nothing at the time. But it was superficial. It was not internally. Internally, you were growing. You know, you were maturing. You were doing other things internally. Externally, you probably hit a financial roadblock or something like that, and this person saw that as, I'm going to have to support you, and you can't bring me anything, right? You can't bring me the money I need right now. So this motherfucker's gonna have to sit in the same shit, okay? Sit with the people that you chose, okay, that can bring you all the money and the financial wealth that you need, right? So this person saw you on a superficial level. They didn't see what you had inside. They didn't see what you were capable of. They only saw what you had to provide in that moment. And in that moment, I believe God did that for a reason. God will do that. God has done that a few times in my life where I will show up in people's lives and I won't have much. Or there was a time where I was struggling, okay? Or I just got out of something crazy and was healing or whatever. And God will put somebody in your life just to show you and to show them, to show you who this person really is, how they treat you. Because you know that saying, you can tell a true character you can tell the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for them. So what it'll do is it'll put you in front of somebody, okay? And it'll make it seem like you're nothing, right? Just to show you who this person really is inside. And this person probably treated you like a piece of shit. I'm just going to be honest. Because you didn't have anything at the time. Or you were just or you were leaving a bad situation and trying to build. Okay? This person did not, this is why narcissists sometimes they don't think, right? They're very careless. They don't go deep. This is the problem. They don't go dive deep enough, okay? They're too scared to dive deep because diving deep would mean they would unveil some things about themselves and they would rather ignore it. So they live in delusion and they make up stories so that it's better. So it's safer for them to be, so they don't have to look at themselves, right? Okay, well, yeah, that's what happened. So there's a tower now because it looks like you have more to offer than they thought. But guess what? It's too bad because you didn't want it. And now they want to come in like, oh, well, and charm the shit out of you, manipulate you, and see if they can get back and wiggle their way back. No, those taxes don't work on you. You already see it. You're psychic. Yeah, you're a seer. You're a high priestess. You already see the shit coming 10 miles away. Okay? So what they want to do, that's why they're in the tower. That's why in their turn, because they can't approach you. They can't approach you with their manipulation and lies and thievery, deceit, and all that shit you had to deal with in the past. They can't approach you because your standards are too high. Yeah, you know your worth. You know what you can get. You know what you are capable of. You know what you deserve, most of all, right? And that's nothing like these fuckers can give you. This is fulfillment. This is the 9 of Cups. Your wishes are coming true because you brought this tower onto them. Because you know your worth, because you know what you deserve, your wishes are coming true and you're realizing your dreams. You're going to be so successful, much more successful than any person on this 3D earth could do. Yeah, you're going to be so filled with prosperity and abundance, collective. And if it's not here, it is on its way if it's not already here. Yeah, and with the 3 of Cups in the reverse, these people are overindulgent. They're gossiping about it. about your life. They're bitching about it. They're bitching about their lack of social life. This is, I have Cancer here, water sign. So they could be, there's a Cancer here that could be gossiping about, or you could be a Cancer and they're gossiping about your life. It's just out of jealousy and envy because they probably, I don't know if you've heard or if you know, if you're a high priestess, you already know about cognitive dissonance, okay? When someone believes they're a good person, so they just attack you because they don't want to look inward. And it discredits, looking inward will discredit them looking at themselves as a good person. That they've created the illusion they were in their mind, right? Very, very fucking mental, psychologically, just a huge fucking wormhole. I suggest if you're watching this and you're not a high priestess and you haven't gone down that wormhole, I suggest you do. But it's an eye opener of why these people do what they do. They just don't want to look inward, right? So they projectile vomit all of their insecurities, their shortcomings, and their fears onto you because you're very sweet and nice, right? You're a rug, right, collective? They can step on you because you're so sweet, and little did they know that not only are you angel, but you're also angel, half demon, half angel. So you have both. So as long as you're on this 3D earth, you're both. So they didn't see that coming, it looks like. And so now that you stood up for yourself, you stood your ground, you gave these people a tower moment by standing in your truth and by speaking your truth. Actually, speaking your truth is probably what saved you, to be honest. It's a time to say goodbye. Something is about to end for now. So these fuckers are going to have to say goodbye, okay? You're saying goodbye. Spirit, can we get more on this time to say goodbye? Yeah, you're saying adios, motherfuckers, to these demons. You're saying bye, sayonara, okay? See you next life. No, that will not be happening because if you're awake, you're not going, this is your last lifetime. You don't have to reincarnate because you learned your lesson. So if you didn't learn your lesson, you didn't wake up, you reincarnate back into earth, you're born into a different family. That's why there's kids that talk about having other lifetimes before when they're children and they experience all this stuff in different locations and they're from this, but they're like they're white, born into a white family, but they're like have Native American or they're probably African and they want to go back to their African roots, or they're born, things like that. That's reincarnation. That's actually people who reincarnated back into a different family, into a different environment to learn the lesson they didn't learn the first time, or the first few lifetimes. So you keep reincarnating back until you learn your lesson. When you wake up, that's the last reincarnation for you. So you will be finally at peace. But that's just my belief. It doesn't have to be yours, right? That's just my take on it. And time to say goodbye. This is a 5 of Swords in the reverse. This is a peaceful resolution. You're moving on. This person, you're ending the conflict by just not even engaging, it looks like. I've got Aquarius here too, so air sign is here. Let's see, do we have other air signs? What is this? This is, heavy air sign in this reading too, if I did not say that already. It's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And this is the, so because you walked away, because you found a peaceful resolution and you ended the conflict, there's someone here that could be in a stalemate. They want a truce. They could be in a crossroads. They're sitting on the fence. They have a decision. They're stuck. They have a decision to make. They're torn between 2 relationships, or they have divided loyalty. I don't know why. Why is this, Spirit? Peaceful resolution, moving on, divided loyalty. Oh. Because you moved on, you created a division of loyalty for this person. And this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. Because you moved on, you created what it looks like, loyalty, divided loyalty for this person. It looks like this father figure has divided loyalty. This father figure looks like they feel torn between 2 people, or being loyal to, between 2 different relationships, okay? That is not your problem. With the Empress in reverse, this is because of some, oh, okay. They feel divided loyalty between, it could be you, collective, and an insecure, very insecure. With the Empress in the reverse, this is overbearing tendencies, lack of growth, insecurity, disharmony. Yeah, this is the Empress in reverse. This is somebody who's very insecure. I'm talking about you can't even walk by this person without this person losing their shit. This could be an Aquarius in the reverse. I have Taurus here in the reverse as well. Could be a Taurus in the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in the reverse. This is a mother figure or a mother, okay, in the reverse. Very insecure female. This person can't even stand next to somebody without losing their shit because say you're standing next to a beautiful woman, right? And instead of, acknowledging this beautiful woman and saying, oh, or just looking at her and going, wow, God is great, he makes such beautiful people and things. That's what a divine being would do, right? Look at how beautiful, just looking at all the beauty of anything, right? And this Empress in the reverse, you just stand next to this person and they unravel. They will have a meltdown, a literal meltdown, because you're standing right next to this person. You're more beautiful than they are, or you're smarter than they are, and you have more of something. I don't know. It's your fucking aura that makes them unravel, want to just destroy you. That's what we got here. We got a Jezebel. This is a Jezebel. And this is strength in the reverse. This is vulnerability, self-doubt, weakness, low self-esteem, lack of... Yeah. This person has very low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and so does the person that he feels divided loyalty to. There's a Jezebel here. So you are a divine being and a Jezebel over here. This person feels torn between the Jezebel and you, but they don't have to because you walked away. You made their decision for them. They don't have to deal with both. They can deal with the Jezebel, right? That's where low vibrational beings, narcissists, they get with other low vibrational females, Jezebels, right? Because they're the perfect match. You attract what vibrational frequency you're on. If you're unhealed, you're going to attract the unhealed. If you're unhealed, if you're a demon, you're in low vibrational energy, you're going to attract demons. I have in the past because I was sitting in low vibrational energy. And what I did was I was chasing my parents' love, what I thought was love, which was actually abuse, cheating, lies, and deceit. It wasn't love. No. Somebody who loves you wouldn't do that to you. Somebody who's insecure about themselves and cares only about status and what things look like and only cares about image would do something like that to you. Okay? Okay, so this person is very vulnerable and feeling really low self-esteem at this moment. They feel inadequate to you. That's why okay, so this person leaned more to the Jezebel because they felt lesser than next to you. They felt you were superior to them. It was probably your knowledge or your way of thinking. You're smart. You could be very smart and intelligent. This is why this person went to the Jezebel. It was more comfortable for them because it's what they're used to. Low vibrational beings, right? Jezebels. So this person's used to horse. Other people that give away their cooch and goodies to anybody. Because Jezebels, that's what they do. They open their legs just to get their way. And they open their legs to anybody just to get what they want. You're the complete opposite. Yeah, you have standards. You have, no. There's criteria that needs to be met before these people can get in your energy, right? With the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, this is unexpected. This is bringing the way your beliefs, in your standards, your high standards, and walking away from this situation is bringing a 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. For this situation is unexpected changes, financial disaster, bankruptcy, and huge losses. So yeah, this person, it's time to say goodbye. You could be saying goodbye to this person. If not, you probably already did years ago, but this person needs to, wow. Okay, collective, I just got to download that. I just picked up that this person could have been holding on to you for a long time. They thought they were going to be able to get you back into their energy. This person was holding on for you. It could have been for 6 to 10 years. That's so sad, right? That is so sad. Yeah, you said bye to this person ages ago, and you moved on and continued on with your life. This person held on. I don't know why. That is so sad. That is so sad. Oh, gosh. Yeah, they thought they were going to get, like, for, like, years. And this is, yeah, that is nuts, because you moved on. You kept, you moved on. You kept living life. You kept going through more lessons, right? But you took those lessons, and with each one, you walked away, and you grew stronger, and you grew stronger. You didn't go back and try to destroy people's lives. No, this person, that's why they're having all the karma they are, is because this person goes back and tries to destroy people's lives who walk away from them. That's what they did. You walked away and you didn't come chasing them back. And that's what confused them, because you could have been going through or started your healing already during this time, it looks like I'm seeing. And what you were doing is you were understanding that you weren't supposed to chase. You had a couple of lessons before this situation, and you already had learned that not to chase what doesn't want you. And I think this is where you started to learn that, okay? You don't chase, okay? You don't chase anybody that's going to treat you like shit, who's going to cheat on you, who's going to deceit, lies, and all this fucking what are you, 10 years old, still this person's still in elementary school in their mentally mind. This person's very emotionally stunted. No emotional intelligence whatsoever. And you walked away, and you kept growing and learning and and alchemizing, and you kept, and this person wants to come back, and it's like, what the fuck? What? Are you serious? I don't even know you. Like, you were like a little glimpse in my memory at one time, possibly, if even that, and you're not even one now. I don't think about any of my past is my past, man, and that's where it stays, right there. Yeah, that's where it stays for you. And this is you close. Yeah, this is a successful close and completion to the cycle. Yeah, you completed the cycle. Yeah, you successfully completed it too. And this is putting someone, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Wow. This is a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this person, so a Queen of Wands in the reverse, a Jezebel. So disgusting. All they know how to do is how to seduce. That's all they know how to do. Spread their legs. This could be a Leo in the reverse. They want to use seduction, lies. They could, they are... You closed the cycle out. Yeah, and this is, yeah. Yeah, oh, you closed a cycle out with this person, and now they have to deal with the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Ew, they got left with the Jezebel. This could be a Leo. That's too bad for them, huh? Well, you deserve what you put out. What you put out, the energy you put out into the world, you're going to get back. So if you're putting out, cheating, lying, that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract Jezebels. Whores. That's all you're going to attract is whores. No, nothing good. Nothing substantial. Okay? Just crap. And it looks like this person's stuck with the crap that they... Oh! There was a decision between you and someone else. This person chose the Jezebel, and now they're stuck with the Jezebel. They're stuck with them for probably another decade. This person could have got a Jezebel pregnant and had a child with a Jezebel. This could be, it could be your enemy. Like, it could be somebody that you knew in childhood it could be one of your exes that slept with one of your bullies. And you're like, okay, have a happy family. Sayonara, motherfuckers, have a happy family. You're not even sayonara. You're probably kind of happy because it saved you. You know what I mean? Like, you're just grateful and thankful you didn't end up there. I think that's what that is. You're just grateful you got out and you were able to get, and you're so happy for the life you have now. Wow, it's so different, isn't it? From this crap. So gross and disgusting. Okay, well, with the Quetzalcoatl, High Priestess of Time, time has come. Time is to act now. This is enthusiasm. You have good news. With the Page of Wands here, you have good news. You have courage, a lot of courage and faithfulness. You got some good news coming to you, okay? This is responsibility and discipline. This could be a job offer. It could be inspiration. And you're being called to take action. Both action cards. So the time to act is now. You're being asked if you're rolling out some kind of a business, or you could be having like a couple of them, right? But you do everything undercover. You don't show people what you're doing, because when you're dealing with narcissists, we all know what they like to do. They like to destroy what you're doing, right? So I have a store, and that's known. I have a couple other things going on too, that is unknown, right? I'm not putting that out because those are my backups. And these people are trying to destroy, like I've had people try to destroy my store just out of jealousy. They're mad because you've succeeded far beyond what they have. They spread lies and gossip about you. They made fun of you. They laughed about you behind the scenes. Like I have visions of my past, of people that did the same thing to me. And that's why I will never even give any of these people the time of day. I know exactly what they did. I know what they said. They were cheersing, having drinks, having laughs at your expense, but degrading you, while degrading you. So sweet, isn't it? No, yeah, you were you're in a whole different. It's almost like there's two different worlds. There's the low vibrational energy over here, and then there's this high vibrational energy with all this success, this action, these successful businesses, all that you're doing right now. It's almost like God is using these people as your footstool. He's using your enemies as your footstool, and he's forcing them to watch you be successful. They're going to have a front row seat at your success. Yeah, there's a lot. There's action. You're being asked to take action, or action being taken. This is freedom. This is actually gaining momentum. This is really good news. This is energized. This is really good energy. And this is yeah. Oh my! Just as I said that, they're gonna have to watch you rise from the ashes they threw you and left you in. The people from your past, they left you to die. They wanted to hurt you. This ex that got with your one of your bullies, your childhood bullies, probably has a family with them right now. They did that to hurt you. But you know what it did? I think it didn't hurt you. It just kind of like validated the reason why you left. It was like, okay, well, there it goes. I knew you were a piece of shit, and I'm glad I left. Right? Now, these people, the unfortunate thing is that what they were trying to do to try to hurt you, now they're stuck with. That's going to be their life. So what they used to try to hurt you is now going to be their judgment. This is going to be their karma. Yeah, the Jezebel they chose, the slut, the whore, they're stuck with this person for, I'm seeing here a good 10 years, decade. Because they could have children with this person. They're stuck with them now. And you get to move on. No obligations, no nothing but pure bliss and abundance and building and financial, just beautiful path ahead. Yeah, with the Queen of Cups, yep. You made a choice based on sincere feelings. You're very nurturing. They're going to watch this nurturing person leave their life and build a beautiful life. So this is what's going to happen. Everything they wanted for you, they're about to getting ready to receive. This is the age of Aquarius, where truth is surfacing and everything that is being revealed, okay? So everything that people made choices based on deceit. They tried to hurt you. And just because they did it to try to hurt you, they're going to spend the next decade in hell. Yeah. Just for being malicious. See the difference when you move sovereignty or benevolently as opposed to malevolently. This is, or nefariously. Yeah, this is all a nefarious plan. It was a nefarious plan to try and hurt you, and all it didn't even do anything, because you moved on. When it happened, you had already moved on, right? You're like, fuck it. You went through emotions when it happened. You processed them and you dealt with them, and then you moved on. And these psychopaths held on to it, right? And they were ruminating. What do we do? Planning and scheming behind the scenes. All that planning and scheming, and it didn't do nothing. That must suck. Oh my God, that must suck for them. Can you imagine spending 6 to 10 years or even longer on your demise, working so hard and spending your whole life, not even on yourself. You're not even focused on yourself, but you're focused on someone else's life trying to hurt someone? Can you imagine? And then all of it just to come back on you? And now you have to live that same life after all that hard work? That must fucking be awful. That's so fucked up, right? The moon here. Yeah. This is illusions, okay? So you made a choice based on sincere feelings, and then this is their judgment, and they're stuck. They're stuck in the illusion they created. Oh my goodness, these people are going to lose their minds. Wow. This is so sad. Oh my goodness, this is the King of Cups in the reverse. Bad advice, scheming, fraud. This person did fraud. This is a male figure, okay? This could be a father figure or an ex. They did fraud under your name to try to steal from you. Yep. They tried to steal from you and did fraud, and they're going to get caught up for it too. Wow. All that work. Sorry. It just, to go through all those, it's like a heist, right? You spend years and years and years and years planning and stealing and shuffling and deceit and all this shit. And boom. Nothing ever touched me. Nothing ever happened. And now these people are going to have to live through it. Oh, that must suck for them, huh? That's what happens when you're moving nefariously with the devil. Now, this is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is lack of independence and stability. These people will not have any independence or stability. Actually, they're going to be suffering for a long time. Yeah, this could be a religious person. They're very traditional. So they have not evolved whatsoever. They're stuck in a little box, just like the devil wanted them to be. They're stuck in their own way of thinking, their conventional way of thinking. You're unconventional. You're the complete opposite. You're full of new ideas, new ways of thinking. That's how you ascend. This person is stuck and will be stuck. Yeah, this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is because you ascended. You have, yeah. Wow. Because you did not stick to the tradition. You opened yourself up, and now you have good luck, destiny. The karmic wheel is turning in your favor, collective. Yeah, you're standing in truth. King of Swords energy. You probably brought truth. You have a lot of emotional intelligence. A ton of very, very emotionally intelligent person. Very smart. You have prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles coming. A new financial beginning. Oh my gosh. New investments. It's just blowing up. You're going to be so financially up on top with prosperity and abundance that these people are going to have to watch. I have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And I have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Leo. Sagittarius and Aries. And this person is sitting in loss, sadness, and grief and despair. They did it to themselves. I don't know why they didn't just move on and leave you alone and just accept things. Or if they just didn't act like a piece of shit to begin with, none of this would have happened. This person played games. You showed up with love. You showed up with love and authentic loyalty and, you know, you showed up authentically, ready to give your all. And this person showed up playing games, ready to take all from you. This person was ready to take from you. Yep. That's why God showed you this person was a Hora. Because this person was ready to take from you. That's what they wanted. When you left this person, they could have asked for your things or to keep some of your things. That was a big sign right there. You probably seen it at the time. You were like, oh, this fucker just wants all my stuff. He's very 3D. So wanted material things that didn't mean shit. Probably wanted to keep a shower curtain, what happened to me, and a fucking trash can, I think it was, or something. I don't know what it was. I was like, what the fuck? This, what a fucking mark. I'm sorry. It was the person I left asked to keep some of my stuff of the house, and I was like, you are a fucking tool, man. You're so superficial. And I just walked away. Because I knew my worth. I didn't have to deal with that shit. Now this person's in loss. Look. This could be Scorpio too. I've got Scorpio here. This person is in sadness, loss, grief, and despair, remorse, and regret. That's so sad. Too bad. Okay. Work through your pain like I had to. They're going to have to work through their pain or be strong. Just the same kind of strength you had to do when all these fucking pieces of shit came up to you to bully and hurt you for no reason. Because you hurt their ego by being and living in your truth. And just by showing up in authenticity, you show up with authentic love, and this pisses people off right away. Okay, those are demons. You don't need that in your life. Yeah, now they get to sit with their friends, other demons, Jezebels. You know, it is what it is, right? This person's in loss, sadness, and grief, and regret. But listen, but remember, okay, just because they're sad and in loss and in grief because they couldn't have you, remember, they didn't want you anyways. They didn't want you. They wanted what you could provide for them. Those are two different things. Wanting you and wanting what you could provide for them. This person wanted you for what you could provide for them, not you. Okay? And now you have someone who utterly just shows you the complete opposite. That's all. Is the complete opposite. You have a star. You're probably in a beautiful relationship right now, and you look back and you're like, oh my God, thank you, God, for not letting me get stuck with any of these pieces of I'm sorry, but thank you, God, for not letting me get stuck with any of these demons. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop saying the POS. Knight of Swords. These are big changes and opportunities ahead for you. You're being asked to seize the moment when the changes do come. And it warns against impulsive behavior. So it could be these people too are acting on impulsive behavior or wanting to act on impulsive behavior when it comes to you. That's not a good idea. That's going to backfire on them completely. This is the Six of Cups. This is childhood. They're going through their nostalgia. Sitting in nostalgia, going through past memories. That is fine. You've already went through that a long time ago when it happened, and you let it go. So you don't have nostalgia, right? You're in your new life. You're in the present moment. You're not you're nowhere near. You're nowhere near like 2 years, 3 years ago past. You're literally in the present moment. Yeah, you're in the Queen of Pentacles energy, just as I said. You're so abundant, collective. Look at you. This is beautiful energy. This is transmutation or transition. You're moving to calmer waters, collective. You could be moving. This could be a wish of yours or something you're manifesting. And this is putting them in the Eight of Swords restriction because you left. Yeah, you're not ever coming back, and they're paralyzed by fear about it. Yeah, they're in their feelings about it now. This could be Libra. I have Libra here. Heavy air. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And this is poverty for them. Oh my God, they're in the Five of Pentacles. Wow, they're going to have financial hardships. Recession. Oh my gosh. Whoa, these people might experience homelessness and poverty. They're definitely going to be depleted of their resources. And this is this is death to all of these situations or whatever these are. Yeah, it's an inability to move forward at all, okay? Yeah, these people are going to repeat the same negative patterns, and they're resisting, they're not going to change. They're going to be stuck in their own hell while you get to live in pure bliss. Collective, I love this for you. I'm going to stop it right there. I hope this was helpful, and I'll be back with another message soon. Bye.